Hello darlings, welcome back to my channel. My name is Precious, your everyday girls makeup artist. And I'm here with a nice, simple, cool way to do a smoky eye. I feel like that's one of my most highly requested looks when I have clients come in, but it's also something that I know the everyday woman wants to learn. So I decided to put together something quick, easy, and simple, beginner friendly to teach you how to do a really good smoky eye. And to do it, I'll be using, bam! The color through my eyes, ILUVSARAHII times COLOURPOP collection. In this collection, there's an eyeshadow palette, a lip gloss bundle, and a kaleidoscope. I think that's really cool how she created that. And it shows personalized through her eyes and all that kind of stuff. It's a beautiful palette, and we're going to use it today to create something really cute, really awesome, and really simple. So if you feeling this look, honey, keep watching. So before we get started using the eyeshadow, we have to prime our eyes first. I've already done my brows and my highlight, contour, foundation, and now we need to base the eyes. So I like to use the Shadow Insurance by Too Faced. And it says 24 plus hours, and that would be correct. I use it on myself as well as my clients. So I'm just gonna take a little bit and dab it. Literally just the dab goes a long way. And kind of just smooth it over. I don't use my fingers on my clients, but I do use it on myself. Sorry. It's just a little bit to get it on there. Both eyes are primed. And now, I don't know what this is. Something weird is on my eye. Okay, and now, let's get to these eyeshadows. Let's get into the eyeshadows. The easiest way to do a smoky eye, okay, so let's talk about this real quick. Smoky eyes are, it's a technique rather than a color. You can do a smoky eye literally with any color. It's a technique. So and there are different variations of techniques, I guess, but for me, a smoky eye is starting out with a darker color on your lid and let it transition into something that's a little bit more warmer, a good transition color. So for me, I like to use oranges, something that's got a little bit more orange or a little bit more reddish brown into it, that's not too deep and kind of similar to your natural hair color. So for me, and using this palette, we are going to be using Euphoric as our first color of transition. Guys, I'm going to keep this eye so simple, only really using 2 eyeshadows. How about that? Going right there into this color right here. I promise my brush is clean, it just looks weird. I'm gonna go right into the crease. And just doing swiper motions. Keep that into the crease. Now to blend, I'm gonna show you a real cheap way. To blend, pat that edge on out. That keeps it simple. Boom, boom. Same thing for the other side. Windshield wiper motions in the crease. Oh, and another thing, always tap your brushes. Always tap the excess off your brushes. You don't want to put all the product that you dug out onto your eye. So dip it in there, tap it off, use the side of the eyeshadow palette, and then go in. Because if not, you're going to get way too much product. And here's another thing. If you want to not use your finger to blend it out, do almost like a circular motion up here. I have a lot of crease. So I have a lot of above lid space, so I can, you know, get a little creative. Blend, blend, blend. Y'all, this is like a simple, easy way. You don't have to use your fingers if you don't want to, but this is just me cheating. All right, now that we have that transition color on, let's move into our lid color. And we're gonna use this beauty right here, Divina. Now, so I'm gonna use my flat brush, just a flat-ended brush. If you can see how it is, flat-ended. Tapping it in there, getting it on there real good, tapping it off, pressing it onto the lid. I promise this is gonna be the easiest smoky eye that you ever did see. Like 1, 2, 3. Because to be quite honest with you, I am like 85% done. 85% done. Sorry if you hear that truck in the background. My studio is located in a very old building. So here we are. The thing about smoky eyes, it's just blending, placing, tapping it on, tapping that darker shade in all over the lid, pressing it in. And the reason why I'm pressing and not swiping is because when I'm using this flat brush, pressing it in allows it to get more product on the lid and in place to you, and it also decreases the fallout. Have you ever did your foundation first and then you did your eyes last and you try to put all this dark eyeshadow on there and then it just gets all down here and it ruins the whole look? Well, this is a way to prevent that. So you just press it on like a press-on nail, honey. All right, and we'll spice it up a little bit, but that is primarily all that we kind of need for the lid. But we're gonna step it up a notch. So we need to merge the two. I'm gonna take a little bit of that Divina again and put on this clean blending brush, or you can do it on the other one. And I'm gonna go in between the two colors and kind of buff that brown into the transition color so it gives that gradient effect. So it gives that smoke, that take it on up. It's just putting it in between. Y'all see the difference between this? It's just like 1, 2. This is flowing together, and you see we'll clean that up, and we'll do that by using the other brush that we had that had our transition color on there and going back on top of it. Boom. It looks a little weird right now. I promise it'll come together because we want to tie all this together. So I'm gonna do the same to the other side. Taking just a little bit of that same darker color and blending it on here. I've learned so many techniques on how to do a smoky eye. And I think my very first one is probably one of my favorites. And I learned it here on YouTube. All right, so that's okay right there. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of gel liner. I'm using the Inglot number 77. It's probably one of the blackest liners that I own. And we're just gonna put that right above the lash line. Using an angle brush. Just taking our time. Put it on there good. Sorry, I get caught up when I put my liner on. I can't breathe, I can't talk, I have to make sure I'm concentrating. And to be honest, this part does not have to be perfect, and I'm gonna show you why in just a second. As soon as I put it on the other side. Okay. So we've got our eyeliner on. Now one thing I am going to do, and that doesn't include this palette, is, and this is how you can, this is one of my tricks of making a smoky eye look softer, is by taking the eyeliner and diffusing it out with black eyeshadow. So I'm just going to take a black eyeshadow. It doesn't matter from who, from where. And I'm gonna get a thin brush, or you can use the tip of your flat brush. You can use a pencil brush, anything that you can that's small and will allow you to smudge. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with that black eyeshadow and go over the liner just a little bit. This creates a softer, smokier effect. And I just use that to kind of brush it in. Brush it onto that lid, so it just creates more of a diffused look. Not just liner, whoosh. It's just more of a natural effect. I'll be honest, guys, sometimes I do this. This is all I do, like when I'm creating a quick look. I'll just put on some eyeliner, diffuse it out with like a brown eyeshadow, put on some lashes, and after the rest of my face is done, you know, lip gloss, lip gloss, blush, all that kind of stuff. But that's something that I do quickly with my eyes. All right, so to keep it even more simple and not get too crazy, we're gonna take that same brown again, Davina, and we're gonna go into the lower lash line. And one thing that I always say is focus on the corner. Make sure you tie in the corners together. You want it all to be connected. If you really want to intensify it, add eyeliner, but we're keeping this beginner friendly. So to take it from like okay to bam, and you really want to make your eyes pop, pop in a little eyeliner. But we're gonna keep it simple today. More tricks to come. And now we're done with that. We'll pop on some lashes. Pop on some lashes. Do 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 do. Ba la la la. So we're going to keep it fairly simple today. I'll be using the Studio Effects are the Demi Wispies Studio Effects lashes. So the Studio Effects compared to the normal Demi Wispies give just a little bit more volume. Like I said, this is daytime. Nighttime, you can put on your mink lashes, you know, fuller look. Or, I mean, even if you want to, at this point, you could just put on mascara. So let's do that. Let's just put on a little bit of mascara first so you can see how it looks. Me personally, I like to amp it up a notch with lashes, but you could stop right here, put on a coat of mascara. I don't have long lashes, which is why I like to put on falsies. But I'm using the Big Shot mascara by Maybelline, Times Makeup Shayla, because it's like black. Alright, so they say a girl who knows how to put on her lashes with her fingers knows how to fight. So I pop on my lashes with my fingers, and I do this just by holding the mirror down here, looking down, but tilting my head back and aiming to get as close to the lash line as possible. And then just connecting my ends, put it on the center first, connect your ends. These are some of my favorite drugstore lashes. simple, pretty. It gives the right amount of va-va-voom. Now that I have my lashes on, I'm gonna finish off this look with some blush. I'll be using Burnt Pepper from MAC, my favorite. Making the face, which I will teach you guys about. When you wanna apply your blush correctly, I suggest doing the face. The face pushes up your cheekbones perfectly so that you can put the blush right where it's supposed to go. Yes. All right, let's finish it off with some highlight. This is Fuego by Desi Tons Katie. And sometimes I like to bring it up in the brow bone just to give the brow a little bit of a highlight. Okay, Fuego. You can put a little bit on your nose if you want to. This collection also came with lipsticks. I'll be using the color Sueno de Coco. It's a little bit of a nude, and then I'm gonna top it off with her glass lip. So we'll be using these two today. And since it's a nudie nude, we're gonna line the lips using Cork from MAC. Didn't mean to go over. I know it's not that visible, but it gives me a guideline. So it tones it down. You can see it. It tones it down a little bit. That's pretty. Smack, smack. It's so pretty. And we'll finish it off with the gloss on top. Oh, cute. My brush is a little stiff, but it's okay. Alright guys, here it is. This is the finished look using this super cool collection. I like the colors. The color payoff in the collection was good. And this is just a simple technique using really only technically three eyeshadows, but mainly just two, to give you a nice everyday smoky eye look. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please do me a favor and go ahead and click that subscribe button and like it too. And if you have any questions, just leave them down there in the comment section and I will gladly answer them for you. All right guys, until we meet again.